Roger is activated to solve a problem quickly. Moving a radiator, a task he set out to do, is underway. In part 1, you could already see how he moved the socket. Now he is going to work on the heating. The first job is to immediately shut off the supply of water to the radiator effectively. Please ensure to check in the technical room at the collector which circuit you need to close. With a correct installation, everything is neatly labeled. If that's not the case and you're in doubt, then close everything off. Also turn off the heat source, it doesn't need to work. Then remove the cover cap from the foot valve. This serves as a valve to reduce or shut off the water flow to the radiator. Use a suitable Allen key and completely shut off the supply valve. Then, you can start draining the water that is in the radiator. You do that via the vents. Begin at the very bottom. Specifically, keys have also been made for that purpose. Usually you'll get that with the installation of radiators, or you can find them in the DIY store. To speed up the draining, you can completely disassemble the vent with an adjustable wrench. Ensure you always have something with you to efficiently catch the water. Be patient, as there may be a significant amount of water contained within the radiator. Swap the tray with a second tray to pour the water into a bucket. Don't forget to put the vent back in place, please. Also disassemble the foot valve. Some residual water will also come out of here. Pair up. Time to loosen the wall brackets. This way you can later remove the radiator from the wall. Move the radiator aside. Don't do this alone, not only to avoid making a mess, but also to spare your back. Put the radiator on some slats. That is easier for your hands to be able to place the radiator. The previous attachment points now need to shift. In our case, it is precisely 45 centimeters. Gently slide along the first mounting bracket. Repeat along the second. Either you neatly draw everything out with a folding ruler and pencil, or you can also work with a laser. For that, do not push and wring to get the laser line exactly at a certain height. Place the laser and simply use it as a reference line to find your degree. The chosen distance is not accidental. By shifting the door 45 centimeters, the bracket can just extend beyond this blank plate. Brackets are securely anchored with plugs in the wall. For the width of the drill hole, you should take over the diameter of the plug. Also respect the prescribed depth. The plug must be sufficiently anchored in the wall. Use a masonry drill. When drilling into stone, you will quickly utilize the hammer function of the cordless drill. Be cautious with this. Always try first to see if it works effectively by just rotating. If this does not yield a good result, use the hammer function and slowly increase the number of strokes. What should one do with the previous plugs left in the wall? Don't bother going out of your way to remove them. That only causes more damage to the wall to repair. Just hammer them a bit deeper into the wall until the collar of the plug is completely sunk into the wall. You can easily hide it later with some quick plaster. Prepare a bit of quick-set plaster. Take a putty knife and apply a small dot of plaster. Smoothly fill the holes of the removed bolts in the wall in one motion. After the process of hardening, the plaster may have slightly sunk. At that point, it becomes necessary to carefully apply a second layer. Plugs go into the wall. In this case, the bolts can be recovered. With an impact screwdriver, you can quickly get them into the wall. Let the head of the bolt protrude a bit, simply. The intention is that the wall bracket can hook onto it later. The wall brackets can be in place, then just the bolts fully fix. Now comes the real work, extending the multi-layer pipes to precisely control the water supply. To ensure optimal flow and efficiency, you want the pipes as straight as possible. A tube straightener is a perfectly ideal tool to systematically and gently get minimal bends out of the pipe. Make sure to always verify if the tube straightener is suitable for the diameter of the pipes used. Furthermore, you also need a pipe cutter for PVC. That works easier than wanting to shorten the pipes with a hacksaw, because you don't have much play space for your hands under such a radiator. Cut some pieces of pipe with some surplus to a workable length. That doesn't have to be exactly to size yet. You buy pipes in rolled up form. Straighten bends with the tube straightener. There are still some adapters needed. Just making a test setup. There is a right angle coming from the wall for both cold and hot water. Then, the pipe is carefully extended to the radiator, after which another precise bend is made to reach the foot valve of the radiator. You can also choose between adapters that you are going to couple mechanically, tighten with the right keys, or you can use a press fitting that you connect with a press stand. Examine the assembly work in detail. The foot valve can now be completely disconnected, seamlessly. Use a suitable Allen wrench. Also remove the interior, keep all separate as the foot valve returns to the radiator later. The adapters are going to be close to the wall. Mark the positions. Cut the short pipe to size with the PVC pipe cutter. The adapter may be put on. First, the nut. It also includes a brass compression ring as an interior. To facilitate pairing with the pipe, the beginning of the lower tube still needs to be calibrated. which simply means that you make the opening somewhat more conical, indeed, or cone-shaped. You carefully put the coupling more smoothly into the pipe. Consequently, precisely calibrate each end of the pipe. Place the pairing and tighten manually. Then clamp it with pliers and continue turning with a suitable wrench. Now extend the pipe with the custom-designed pipe. Pair again with the remote tool. Continue calmly on line 2. Pairing horse feel good when the clutch is stuck. Then it doesn't have an extra tour. Vast is indeed vast. Over-tightening can truly cause significant damage to the interior. If you have to force a pipe into a minimal bend, you can't just simply manually push it into a certain angle. Use a conduit bender for that. This metal spring allows the pipe to bend smoothly without causing a kink in the pipe. The bending spring now comes in handy to adjust the pipe to the right angle. It is more convenient to already equip the foot valve with some pieces of pipe, as there will be little workspace later. Bend the pipe out with tube straightener. Cut 2 slightly shorter lengths of pipe. And never forget to calibrate. Place the foot valve. Respect the correct order, so don't forget the brass ring. Tighten everything enough. Then the radiator can be brought to its new location. Carefully place it on the bottom supporting bracket. Check if the wall brackets come out somewhat parallel. Even if it's not accurate to the millimeter now, click them together and secure with the corresponding screw. In 2021, TV Gelderland marked another year of its commitment to delivering quality broadcasting, focusing on a variety of segments that resonate with its audience in Gelderland, without expanding its scope beyond its proven expertise. And for a good finish, you methodically check again with the level. You see the limited workspace. Here the connection is made with a compression fitting. First indicate where the pairing comes out. Make sure you fully push the pipe into the coupling later. You can check that in the recess. Cut wire short. Calibrate the ends carefully. Make the pairing. Turn the coupling immediately in the right direction. The crimping tool comes in handy now. Not everyone just has that lying around. Check your circle of friends to see if you can borrow one. Or renting is of course also an option. The coupling should be nicely laid out in the jaw of the pliers. That's the only thing to focus on, and your hands. But pliers push the coupling closed quickly. Quickly measure the extension from the couplings to the foot valve. Transfer the measurement to the prepared pipes. Brief. Once calibrated, link the entire construction. The crimping tool does the rest. Just need to securely screw the coupling onto the radiator to completely finish the connection. Still the cover caps and also check if you have closed the vents. At the last minute, Roger notices a problem. The thermostat knob, clearly worn, will be replaced. Unscrew it. Check the button's connection size. It should match the radiator valve, usually M30 or M28. Then all you have to do is manually click the adapter onto the connection and screw it on. That's all there is. Back at the collector, the pipes can be put back into use. By draining the water when disconnecting the radiator, water pressure now needs to be readjusted. The heating source, a flow heater in this case, automatically indicates on the display how much pressure remains. Just left 0.9. So not enough. Always check the technical data sheet of your device, but generally maintain a pressure between 2 or 2.5 bar. Using this bypass, a fill valve or fill pipe, you can easily reset the water level. Another small point of attention. There may now be small air bubbles in the pipes. That will negatively affect the flow and heat emission of the radiator. So thoroughly bleed the radiator again. This job is done for Roger. Do you actually have a question yourself? Please let us know via roger.dobits.b. Thanks in advance for watching.